Hello everybody, this is Laura Susan Johnson with Period Pieces, and tonight I'm going to be reviewing 2006's Alpha Dog, directed by Nick Cassavetes. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And you know, it is fact-based, based on a true story. It's based on a case from August 2000, but for the movie, they pushed it back to November of 1999, just nearly a year, I guess. Something like that. Anyway, it stars Bruce Willis, and it also stars Emil Hirsch, Vincent Kartheiser, Sean Hattasy, Justin Timberlake, Harry Dean Stanton. Also stars the late Anton Yelchin, who died about a month ago. Ben Foster, David Thornton, Sharon Stone, Olivia Wilde, which I don't remember seeing her, in all honesty. Maybe I did see her, I just don't remember. Back then she was an up-and-comer. Remember, this is a decade ago. Dominic Swain plays a part that I recognized her in. Alex Kingston, who I remember from several movies and TV shows, has a blink and you'll miss her part. Amanda Seyfried, very well-known actress today, back then was an up-and-comer, plays Julie, a would-be girlfriend role. Amber Heard, a name I know but don't recognize the face of her, she's in it. Lucas Hawes, a child actor. I still see his little face when I look at him in that role. In the role from this movie, I still see his little face from the movie Testament, believe it or not. Holt McCallany, that's a guy that I first got to know in CSI Miami. That I didn't recognize him, I didn't see him, don't remember seeing him at all in this movie, but he is listed on the credits. And Chris Marquette, actor I've never heard of, as Keith. This is a really good movie. It's not perfect for me, and I'll by and by let you know why. First of all, but it is mostly a great movie. It all starts when Jake Mazursky, played by Ben Foster, he is a young kid, I guess in his late teens, early 20s. He obviously does not live at home anymore with his parents, played by David Thornton and Sharon Stone. They play Butch and Olivia Mazursky. They're apparently a Jewish family because somebody calls them a kike, which is a slur against Jews, and you know that. Anyway, he's in debt to his main dope dealer. I guess the guy deals in not only pot, but meth, speed. And his name is Johnny Truelove. He's played by Emil Hirsch. One night when I guess Jake and him have had so many words over the phone or something like that, or in person, that Jake, and I'm telling you, Ben Foster, this is a actor that I first discovered in the series 6 Feet Under. He played a very shy art student, very shy, soft-spoken, gentle, sweetheart. Well, in this movie, he gives one hell of a performance, and I'm talking psychotic, crazed. I mean, he's supposed to be, your primo meth head. And the way he's, unless it's something to do with the software I watched this on, it looked like he was almost filmed in the way that old silent films look, where it's going a little extra fast. I LOL'd several times, even upon my second viewing of him, because he beats the living shit out of some people at a club. And even after I found out that both he and his younger brother, played by, the late Anton Yelchin, I'm sorry, I constantly mispronounce his name. Anyway, even though I find out later that Ben Foster and Anton Yelchin's characters are both schooled in Taekwondo, and that's why he was able to beat up 4 guys in a club. I mean, he just the way that he he's just so psychotic. He's crazy. And I know it's supposed to be because he's on meth, but I don't know if it was intended to have such a comedic effect on me. So, I don't know. I think that I enjoy the movie a lot because of Ben Foster's performance. I'm almost to the opinion that he steals the movie whenever he's on screen. A lot of the cast barely have much of a presence, but I'm not going to say that about the main characters. Sharon Stone gives a very, very emotional, especially towards the end of the movie, and I don't know if they needed to put the fat suit on her and the fat makeup on her. A lot of it looked kind of fake, but she did give such a good, powerful, emotional performance when that happened. I really liked the performance by that Chris Marquette as Keith, and I don't really know much of his other work. I don't know if after this movie he did any other work of note, but I'll definitely see if I can check that out. Dominique Swain was pretty good. She was the only person in the circle of people that surrounded Anton Yelchin's character that took anything seriously. Amanda Seyfried, she plays Julie and sort of hooks up with Anton Yelchin's character before everything goes terribly, horribly wrong for him. And she is such a bimbo, this Julie girl. She and this other, I don't know who this other girl is, where they play Marco Polo in the swimming pool, but it just kind of like, neither one of those girls had any idea what the hell kind of people they were surrounded by, what they were dealing with. All 3 of those people in the swimming pool that night were so clueless as to what kind of people they were dealing with. Emile Hirsch played a psychopath, and good old Sean Hattasy, he can always be counted on to play a psychopath. He played one in Soldier's Girl. He played one in this movie, certainly, and I know there's a couple other ones where he plays just an absolute nutball. He's so good at it. I know there's at least 1 or 2 others that I remember, and my brain is completely fried or something. Yeah. Anton Yelchin just broke my heart when he started, when he realized he's not going home, when he completely starts pleading for his life, and he's scared out of his mind, even when Justin Timberlake he just doesn't want this to happen either. Now, I thought Justin Timberlake was playing the main mastermind behind this whole bullshit scheme, but it's actually Emile Hirsch that's he's the alpha dog. And the thing that's wrong with Sean Hattasy is, for a long time, people are teasing him, you're his lap dog, you're his bitch dog, he's the alpha dog, you're the bitch dog, you'll suck his cock for any reason under the sun. Basically, they're teasing Hattasy because he'll do anything for this guy. He'll do anything for Emile Hirsch, because Emile Hirsch is basically the Jesse James Hollywood character. He'll do anything. He'll do anything to please Jesse James Hollywood, but his name in the movie, of course, is Johnny Truelove. So, I guess because there was pending things going on with the case, or that he had just been extradited from South America, wherever they found him, because he'd been on the lam for several years after he left home. And Bruce Willis plays a real pig and a half. He's a scumbag. His name is Sonny Truelove, and he's the guy's, dad, of course. But he has young chicks hanging around his house, and I think that, as a matter of fact, I think that Dominique Swain plays one of the young little jailbait girlfriends that this old piss bag has hanging around his house. And she's the only one that seems to understand, I think, because she knows Sonny and Johnny Truelove, what kind of people that they are, and she's telling, Keith, Chris Marquette's character, and she's telling, all these silly little girls, oh, you're a stolen boy. Oh, you mean you might be held for ransom? Oh, I think that's so hot. All these little bimbos, she's telling them, you fucking idiots, you know what this means? Oh, we need to take this kid home, and even the kid himself, even Anton Yelchin, Zach Mazursky, the kid, he's like, no, it's cool. They wouldn't hurt me. They wouldn't hurt me. They're kind of like my boys. They wouldn't hurt me. Oh, poor little naive thing. And he wouldn't even be in the predicament he was in if he wasn't. He was already, he was 15. He was becoming rebellious himself. His older brother certainly set no good example for him. His older brother was a meth head, drug addict, very bad influence on him. And basically he was already starting to hang out with his brother and, smoke pot and drink a little bit. And basically his parents were starting to, confront him about it, and he said, all right, I'll come talk to you, just let me get dressed. And instead of, going downstairs, he climbs out the window and runs away. And he wasn't going to run away. He only ran away from home, probably intending to stay away for a few hours, while Anton Yelchin is walking along the road, after he runs from his house to escape having his parents, bust his balls over the drugs and alcohol stuff. He gets actually abducted in broad daylight. He does get abducted. They strong-arm him into the van. They grab him. They don't ask him to come with them. They, they pull over. They approach him. They surround him. They grab him, and they throw him in the van. And people witness it. And no one really does come forward for some reason until they start well, I don't know. Maybe they edited all that out. I don't know. Maybe the version I watched was edited heavily. I can't remember. See, last time I saw it was several years ago. And I don't remember seeing Holt McCallany in either of these viewings. So I may have to watch it if I can find it on cable, I'll try to find it on cable. So, because I watched it on a site that, I watched it on YouTube just tonight, and then before this I watched it on cable years ago, back in I don't know, 10 or 11, I don't remember. And I didn't rate it on Thing because I just didn't have time to. I don't remember. IMDb, I didn't rate it back then. Anyway, I watched it tonight because I'm interested in doing these true life cases of missing children, murdered children, that kind of thing. But, yeah, basically, and I'll put the spoilers in front, like I, do most of the time, in the front of the video, but it's really a sad and frustrating movie. It does have its, mainly Ben Foster. He's pretty much a dickhead. He's a nasty excuse for a big brother. His character is loathsome, and he's not a hero. The last you see of him is screaming threats at Emil Hirsch's character. I'm sorry, I have to laugh at this other thing. He does break into Emil Hirsch's house and steals his TV, breaks a few windows, and then takes a shit on his carpet. I'm sorry, that made me laugh. I mean, this is a serious, sad movie, and it's really a true case. I don't mean to laugh at it. I'm laughing at Ben Foster and some of the things he does. He certainly doesn't do his... He's not... I mean, it's not his fault, per se, that his younger brother got abducted. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying is, instead of... I mean, none of these people are very likable, but there are innocents in this movie. I mean, there's these silly little bimbos that end up, taking the kid's virginity away the same night he's murdered, but... I mean, the younger brother is innocent. I mean, he's barely... This boy was murdered over $1,200. I was disappointed that there wasn't any trial coverage in the movie. Why not some trial coverage? Why not some arrest footage, how they tracked down these characters and how they were found out and how they found the body. It's a well-traveled road. There was hikers up there that were witnesses to, what was, they kind of got the feeling something was going on, the way people were behaving. Why aren't I going home? It's like, what's going on? I thought I was going home, and these hikers overheard them. And this badass, rotten, hardcore rap soundtrack. Really like porny rap like Two Live Crew would do. Those took points down for me. There was some definite good stuff, good cast, good acting, really good, a lot of good stuff, but I'd have to take some points off for the stuff that I didn't care for. So, all in all, 7 to 8 out of 10. I think maybe I'll try to be generous and give it 8 out of 10. For the psychotic, laugh-out-loud performance of Ben Foster beating the shit out of people in a club, and then saying, if you see Johnny True Love, please let me know, and then walking out with people laying on the ground moaning. That was really... It was funny. That's a plus for me. It's not a minus. It's funny. It's not meant to be a funny movie, but there were some moments for me that really, I guess, would have, without them, maybe more of a minus, maybe more points would have been taken off. I don't know. So, anyway, I know this sounded really weird, like a confusing kind of a review, but it is a great movie for the most part, so I'll give it a good 8 out of 10. How's that sound? I just don't like porny rap. Alrighty, I guess that's all for tonight. And I managed to keep it under a half hour. Wow.